Do we need a Christmas miracle to save our high street?
Despite Rishi Sunak hitting one of his 5 priorities in halving inflation, both retail and online shopping sales are down. So why are we not hitting the high street in the run-up to Christmas?
Well, joining us now is Retail Lab Director and Professor of Marketing at the University of Bath, Nancy Puccinelli. Thank you for joining us, Nancy. Has this got anything to do with the fact that even though inflation is down, prices are still going up? Food inflation is 10%, and actually we're a bit worried about winter bills and things like that, so we're tightening our purse strings.
That is exactly the read I have. We aren't tightening our belts, we're doing without. So we're doing without alcohol, we're doing it without cigarettes. All right, maybe that's okay. But what about those poor butchers and, the specialist bakers? Those guys are really suffering. And so are consumers, right? That what's happening is we're spending more and we're getting less. And we think about that in the context of, job losses like Wilco's, retail unemployment is up. Unemployment overall is down, but not in the retail sector. And they have record number of long-term unemployed. So these are people who are likely really struggling to make ends meet. And yet the prices just keep going up.
Perhaps this is unfair on retailers, but sometimes I feel as though retailers aren't passing on the cut in inflation. I mean, particularly in supermarkets, we know that the core price of ingredients is going down, but supermarket prices seem as high as ever.
Right, I know. And we see that in a range of sectors where, the intention of the cut is meant to be extended to the consumer, but interestingly, it seems to take a little while for it to trickle down. Supermarkets are, seeing, and I guess perhaps what's interesting is supermarkets are seeing that people are buying more food. So they really ought to pass those savings along, because this is why people are having to go without.
The thing that really gets people hacked off, of course, about shopping on the high street is the parking charges. Or can you even park at all? Or if you can, what about ULEZ or clean air zones? It seems that everything is stacked against the high street.
I know. And what's interesting is that we are starting to see some of these online players really take away, sort of steal all the cards. Shein, a Chinese online pure play, did their first UK company filing and recorded 12.2 million profit. So, the high street has got to sort of start playing ball with shoppers, or they're going to really lose that customer.